Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I'm your host, Close Fate. It's episode 7. We're at the starport. We have to cross this section here and get a new companion.
Just as I planned.
Which would be good because our gent is kind of banged up.
That's how it's done.
The Whispers told me a secret.
Success is the only outcome I
Adira
accept.
and her whispers. The insurgents walk in a crowd right across the mine barrier, seemingly oblivious to the fear of death. Okay. Time to get our 6th companion.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target! Don't kill the tech priest! We need to take him alive!
Find it, and let their enemies
Fall back!
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
Everyone, meet Pascal. The man dressed in crimson should not have survived an explosion like that. However, he is alive, and you hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half his face.
Not another step.
A trill comes from the folds of the partially smoldering crimson raiment. In its binaric speech, the sacred language of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The binaric hymn transforms into a Vox synthesized voice that sounds like thunder rolling over a vast plain. The Adeptus Mechanicus, the technological organization also known as the Priesthood of Mars, which maintains, constructs, and honors the sacred technologies of humanity.
Flee, for I am death.
His gaunt hand rises to stop you, and immediately your Vox howls in pain as your machine equipment starts crackling. The tech priest's blazing power axe disgorges a cloud of righteous sparks, and his visor glows menacingly in blue and green.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ah, blasted!
Abelard clutches his head as if his ocular implant is racked with a wave of interference. I'm Rogue Trader Holt von Valencius. I mean you no ill.
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to Rogue Trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation. The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers.
Point at the exploded machine. How did you manage to kill off a slew of people and blow up a sacred machine without even laying a finger on it?
This was my doing.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
Who are you?
I identify as Magus Pascal Haneman of the Priesthood of Mars. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templum Calixis X-17.
Altar Templum Calixis. I have heard the name before. The station appears on House Orselio's star charts, in the Furibunda system, not far from the void colony of Footfall. You have traveled a long way to come here, esteemed Magos.
You did not even know how you caused such an explosion?
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
How strange it is to hear such words from one who is not of the blood-spun web. We have much in common.
Why do you wish to see the governor?
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location. My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and await to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task.
They let themselves be killed. You must be quite devoted to your mentor to be willing to wade into this mess for him.
Cessation of vital functions is an unavoidable phenomenon, and therefore an insignificant one. The doctrine of worship repudiates the fear of death. With my mentor's words, the Omnissiah gives me the algorithm for redemption and triumph in service. I will be redeemed, and I will triumph.
I invite you to join my retinue then.
Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
Pascal's a fantastic character. We're going to get rid of Argenta. She's wounded anyway. We're going to grab Pascal, and then we're going to level him up. So Pascal is a really interesting character. He's the one character in the game that I can't make work the way that I really want to. The fun thing to do with him would be to turn him into the class that we're going to turn Argenta into, which is an arch-militant. But he can't do that because he starts out as an operative. And the reason I say that would be fun is because he has, because of his Mechanicus arm here, it can only handle a ranged weapon. And then he can wield a staff, and that's all he can do. Like, you can't put a ranged weapon in his hands as well. So he has both melee and a ranged weapon, which would make him perfect for an arch-militant. But you can't do it because of his starting class, so it's kind of a bummer. And so what I found that I can do with him is he makes a really fun bounty hunter. But in the short term, what we're going to do with Pascal is he's gone all the way up here. He takes tech use. He becomes your tech use guy and your logic guy. He gets exposed weakness, dismantling attack, and passive learning. And so after passive learning, let's see, what do we have here? Gotta look at my Excel spreadsheet. Dismantling attack, passive learning, intelligence, and manipulative push. Yeah, you want to take as much intelligence as you get. And then you can take a lot of different things for his first skill. But what I've found to be useful is manipulative push, because you want to keep enemies from being out of melee range on him. And if they run up on him, this is a really effective way to get rid of them. And it works as an extra attack, so you can push them and then shoot them. It pushes them up to 2 cells away, dealing 10 damage, which is based on his weapon skill bonus plus his intelligence bonus. Has 15% armor penetration. So I've ended up enjoying using that. It's been very useful. Then we're going to give him continuous analysis and intelligence. Now, if you're unaware, because we haven't really talked about it, because Idira does the same thing, operatives get this ability to analyze enemies. So at the start of each turn, the operative inflicts 1 stack of exploit on all enemies in their line of sight. And then they have a whole bunch of abilities that allow them to stack more exploits on enemies, even enemies outside their line of sight. And then if an operative hits a target with an exploit, this attack deals 5 times the perception bonus percentage more damage. So there's 2 things you can do with an exploit. You're either going to get more damage if you stack a bunch of exploits on an enemy and hit them, but that's only going to be really useful for 1 attack. Or you can do this thing where you expose weakness, where you're going to remove all the exploits and significantly reduce an enemy's dodge, parry, and armor. So it just depends on the situation. For boss monsters, exposed weakness ends up being really useful. Here we're going to grab continuous analysis and then intelligence again. And then here we're going to grab Let's see. Perfect spot and tech use. So he's got a bunch of good ones here. Joint analysis. Until the operative's next turn, their allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal int bonus more damage. That's nice. Precise attack, which can be used to help with their hit chance and deals with perception and stuff like that. Anyway, perfect spot is the one I like to take early. Tactical knowledge is really situational, and I've not found myself been able to use it very well. It says the operative removes one exploit from each enemy in a 5-cell radius. You can see the radius up here, what it looks like. So I like that. They show you what it works like. And then within 10 cells from the operative, if there is only one enemy in the area, the operative removes all exploit stacks from that enemy. And then all allies gain % armor until the end of combat. If 4 or more exploits are removed, the operative gains 2 times exploits removed % damage until the end of combat. It's really situational. The one I like to start out with, though, is perfect spot. It's really easy to use. The operative gains plus 25 cover efficiency, which we've already established cover isn't great in this game anyways. And then they gain plus 15 perception and plus 15 ballistic skill. So it makes them really effective at shooting things, which is great. So we grab perfect spot and then tech use. That's how he's going to do a lot of opening of safes and things like that. And then we're going to grab sharpshooter and pinnacle of weaponry. So down here, we can get sharpshooter. If the operative has not moved this turn, which is really what you want to do, you want to have them find a perfect spot, sit down and shoot things. Then they deal 2 more damage, and this is based on their intelligence bonus, so his is going to go up over time. With single shot attacks, for every 5 cells between them and the target, they gain plus 3 ballistic skill. So the further away they are as a sniper, it's going to be great, and he's going to get additional ballistics for that. Ballistic skill really helps you with your hit chance for ranged attacks, and I believe it also affects critical chance. So sharpshooter for him, and then pinnacle of weaponry. The first attack in combat with any plasma, melter, or power weapon deals additional damage to 5, and for the remainder of combat, the bonus damage is decreased to 2. He's going to use plasma weapons exclusively later, so we might as well just grab it now. So then what we're going to do is take a look at what he's got. He's got a laser gun, and what we really want to do is get the sniper rifle the longest from her, because this is what he's going to use until he gets a plasma weapon. I have to actually go by type because the snipers are at the bottom right here. It's the auto gun. There's the sniper rifle right there. So we can give her a las gun, but she's not really going to use it. This is a scrappy las gun. 5 to 7, 4 to 6. So we'll give her one of these. What's this thing down here? The meso pattern auto gun. No, because it's only got a range. You want to pay attention to the range here. It's 8 to 6 and it has a rate of fire 6. We don't care about that. This is 10 to 20, it has a range of 4, and it has dodge reduction of 30. So she's probably hardly ever going to use this, but we're going to give it to her just to have, just in case. So that's where all that stuff is. Okay, we got Pascal. And Pascal has this. The other thing, he's not going to use this a lot, but he has this omniscient axe. Grants him 15 bonus to weapon skill, so at least early in the game, he can be somewhat effective with melee if he needs to, and it causes bleeding. We should probably give him some extra grenades here. And then Officer Archetype, we still don't have that. We do have some boots finally. Whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy, the wearer has a 25% chance to gain 2 MP. We're going to give those to her because she's going to have more attacks than anybody else, basically. And so we want her to potentially get movement points back, which would be great. One of the things that I've done before with Pascal is use something like a power maul, because maces and hammers have a special attack that pushes enemies away. But what I found is that I really just like having the mechadendrite attack instead, the push, because it's an extra attack and it works really effectively.
I always have a backup plan.
Over here in this direction is where we want to go.
Would you look at that?
Because there's some goods over here. And more grenades, which is great. I don't think there's anything over here. I don't think this is clickable. Okay, so we're going to go over in this direction. There's an elevator over here that we want to take up.
You are outdated and suboptimal. Your unit has suffered deterioration and requires modification.
So So we get the Sin Skin, 25% base armor property for plus 5% dodge if the wearer's agility is greater than 40. I'm probably the only candidate to really wear that right now. And it's got... What I want to do is just look at this number. 20% armor, 100% dodge. This pushes me up to 25 and 100%, so we'll wear that.
Funnily enough, I've grown rather attached to the old thing. Have patience. Will shoot me any minute now, and then you'll have your chance.
Now we got these losers. They're trying... You sure the machine spirits will listen to you? I bet they're being real stubborn. He's trying to get these automated turrets working. Quit your whining. I've seen the tech priest do it twice. Even it's alert profane violation of the algorithm. So yeah, don't mess with the tech priest stuff. There's nothing back here. Now we're gonna get a big fight. So let's see if we can do this.
Is there money to be made?
Get up here toward this cover. There we go. So there's a whole bunch of people. But what's really nice is these guns should work. Yeah, logistics. Okay, Pascal, I'm going to put you right here. Get those guns working. Me and Abelard. Get up here. Bella. You're going to kind of sit right here. And you're going to be off to the side where you can hopefully help everybody. Let's start the battle. Okay, who's going first? Cabela's already going first? Okay. We should have moved over here and touched this thing before we moved forward. I was wondering why this wasn't going like my normal fights, and it's because I always go touch this thing first and do this, and then these guns will fire first before anybody else does anything. So I think the thing to do here is skip Cabela's turn. Let's have people move. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We'll do some extra exploits here. Who's got the most hit points that we can actually see? It's a gunner. Okay. And she'll just boost everybody with buffs and call it good, because she can't. This can't reach. It's not far enough.
Time to slaughter someone.
So somebody's gonna run up there. That's good. Keep running. Most of them got melee weapons. This guy's got a gun. The next guy right there. Here comes the gunner. He's gonna shoot. Nailed his own guy. And then I'm gonna buff myself.
On it. Who, if not me?
I'm not even gonna worry about moving. I'm just gonna try to hit somebody. How far can I go? I can hit this guy. Or that guy. Or I can hit this guy. I'll hit him. Because I think the cannon's gonna shoot over there.
Let's get to it.
When it gets to Pascal.
Out of my way.
Out of my way, he says.
Hold on.
Gonna run right up there. Make yourself a target.
Here we go.
Keep hitting your own people. I love it. That's great. Okay, Pascal. Do this. Doink. Logic.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Alright, and they're gonna get a go next, so I just need to kind of get Pascal out of the way. Let's see. Let's get him up here. He's got perfect spot, and then he can shoot, so I'll do this. There's no cover efficiency, I just want the bonuses to ballistics and stuff. And then let's go take someone out in the corner here. Oh, he missed it, 77%. Okay, that's pretty typical. So that's fun. And now we can do this.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
The navigator is here. Can she get... Let's do this. Can she do that? Yep. Get these guys. There we go. Okay, now try. Oh, she still can't hit those guys. That's a bummer. Okay.
I am a navigator,
That's
not
all right.
a servitor.
It'll still work.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alright. Gonna run on up there, but he can't get far enough.
Let's make it quick.
So, Abelard, why don't you roll over here? Slide on up
I
here.
will do my duty. I took care of this one.
And then if we want, can we get any more shots or do we just want to play defense? Let's do this. We're going to play defense. This costs us 1. So let's do this. Everybody within 5 cells around us. And then let's do this.
It will be done. Out of my way.
That's great. Cabela, you want to go up here and kill somebody?
Blades and shadows.
Oh, this guy's going to die.
Killing brings me no pleasure.
She can jump. She's got one more, but she can't quite get
As
up to this
honor
guy.
ordains.
Yep. Not there. So, Dira,
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
do you think you can hit this guy from here? You can't. Can you shoot him? You can't. This thing's in the way. Okay. I'm not going to worry about it then.
Anything else?
Just going to buff.
Hold on. Just a minor setback.
Just a flesh wound. I should be able to flame him to death.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
And there we go. And she's got a wound, so Abelard
at
or
your
her,
service.
she can take care of it herself.
Serves.
Yep.
Do you think my body was suffering?
I think it was wounded. There's all these dead people here. Is there anything else that we need to see? I don't see any, so now we can enter.
I always keep my options
Streets of the
open.
capital. Many, many fights upcoming. So now we're in what's called the Upperway. And this has some really neat area design to it that I'm going to talk about when we get to it. Why I think part of it was so smartly done, because it makes replays more fun. Particularly this place called the Warehouse. So we'll talk about that when we get to it. The young warden, a young man in a planetary guard uniform, salutes you. Your lordship, Private Camilla Regius, ready to escort you to the command center for your meeting with the governor. I regret to say that the convoy sent to meet you was ambushed and took critical losses in heavy fighting against the rebels. In other words, I'm the only survivor. However, the rebel force was destroyed as well. We can set out for the command center. The success to failure ratio of combat objectives completion for this world's military speaks to its subpar efficiency. I will advise the local ruler to seek my fraternity's aid in upgrading their troops to servitor maniples. Your uniform looks odd on you, soldier, as if it belongs to someone else. Apologies, your lordship. The soldier draws himself up and goes to adjust his gear. It's a new uniform. Guards are in a difficult situation right now, so we often get issued whatever is left, and it isn't always the right size. Your mouth is full of mud, soldier. Cassius says, you are hiding something behind hues of faith and loyalty. What is it? The soldier gulps nervously into the stern gaze of Cassius' ruby eyes. Fear, I guess? In times like these, if you give in to weakness, you're done for. And I'm not done with life just yet. Adira winces, glances at you, and then shakes her head. How did you make it out alive if your entire convoy perished? The Emperor protected me, the soldier replies with confidence. I didn't run, your lordship, if that's what you're thinking. I was by my commander's side until the very end. I shot the last rebel from the gang that attacked us, but alas, the captain succumbed to his wounds and the others had already died. The Emperor rest their souls. What can you tell me about this insurgency? The ungrateful rabble rose in rebellion against the planet's lawful governor and his lordship, Galagos Winterscale, our ruler by the will of the Emperor. They are all heretics, deserving a most horrible death. Order will be restored. The guilty will be punished. All right, enough talking. Let's go to the command center. Yes, your lordship. We have to take this avenue. It leads from the starport right to the command center. It's a short walk.
Let us not dawdle.
Don't trust this person.
Do you see that?
Some goods. And then the street down here. You want to be on the lookout for goods all the time. There's this, stuff like this, I'll tell you. The temple door does not budge. It may be blocked by rubble from the other side. Got some goods here. Pascal, that's why we like having him. Tech boy, he can open all kinds of stuff.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
He will open things.
What's a peculiar thing?
Okay.
Blood is my life.
I'm gonna go
Death
demo
is
this
my
thing.
duty. Just as I was taught.
And now we get to the betrayal point. The Emperor protects. Errant rubbish lies scattered between the seats, covered in stone dust. Old programs, faded tickets, and food scraps of an unknown
Always
origin.
keep your eye on the prize.
Here we go. Please follow me. You have arrived at your destination, and now you will die. For Aurora and the final dawn. Yeah, I knew it, you traitor. You scumbag.
I'll make an example out
So we've
of
been
you.
ambushed, so we don't get to set anybody. So the first order of business is to get Cassia
Be careful
over
not
here
to cross my gaze.
and try to do exactly that. Make everybody's gaze cross. Can she not? Yeah, there we go. It's gonna get 2 people dead and another person kind of dead. All right. Let's get you out from behind
Isn't
cover.
this a job for the serfs?
There we go, like that. All right. I'm gonna give
I'm
me
not accustomed to being ordered
some
around.
bonuses. Holt von Valencius. I can go around the corner and get that guy. Or I can try to kill this guy, but he's stunned. That's what that little marker on the little hourglass, the white hourglass on his character to the left, shows that he's stunned. So he's not going to do anything. And neither is this other person, because they're stunned. So both of these guys are stunned. This person down here, this rebel needs to be killed. This guy needs to be killed. And then you got a bunch of guys down here who are not going to want to move up because they have cover down there. So I think the thing to do here is first do that.
I'm ready for
I'm
whatever
gonna try to
comes.
get this guy over here. There we go. We can actually get to him. That's
Never
cool.
stood a chance.
Nice. Okay. Can I hit anybody down there? I can't, but I can hit
I'll
this
make
person.
it happen.
Yeah, make him on fire. He gets flame and he gets toxins. So very nice. Adira, would you like to get behind some cover? And then give some people some defenses. Why don't you do Cabela? Do her first. We're gonna, what do we need? Is this 2? This is 2 AP for Psychic Shriek. Can we get this person over here? We can.
What an unfortunate
Nice.
turn of fate.
Like that. We still got one more exploit. We'll
But
put it
of
on this
course.
person, but he's gonna die anyways. Doesn't really matter. These guys are gonna start running up, but they've got stairs in the way, so it's hard for them to get line of sight with ranged weapons. And then Cabela's here. So we can do a lot with Cabela.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Let's see. Do we just want to attack this guy here? We can, so we can grab a point back from him.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
We'll get these hit points back. And then she gets 2 movement points because she damaged someone. It's a 25% chance. So that's nice because it puts her close to this guy.
blessing.
Really nice. So that allowed her to take down 2 people. If you like, Abelard's going to be our guy who's going to run down
Attention
here.
to detail is the key to success.
But there is demolition, and he can disarm that. So can we do it? He's not close enough. He's 1 away. Okay.
Victory is imminent.
Do your points then, buddy. And do this. He decides to attack you. You're going to get an extra AP next turn. And now we got to get Pascal somewhere. Can he see that guy from there? He can, and there's somebody over here. Okay. Just going to do perfect spot. What is he to hit this guy? If he uses Deadeye Shot, which costs an extra AP, it has a 50% bonus to its effective range and a plus 10 hit percent chance. He's 80% to hit that guy. Okay, just shoot him then.
Running binary override.
God, he missed it 80%. Good job. Good job, Pascal. Nice.
Prognosis is favorable.
Scared yet?
Block. Okay. Cassia.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
How you can hit both of those guys? Okay, I just don't want to hit Abelard.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
That guy's dead. Let's see. Can we get them both to move?
If I may, another
There
foe
we go.
painted black.
That works. Let's see. Pascal, you're too far away. Okay, and she's got a really short range with this. Won't do anybody good, actually.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alright, so I can't really go down there
Don't let your guard down.
because I don't want to trip this trap. So what I'll do instead is try to hit somebody up from range. There we go. That
If
works.
Not me.
Abelard, you don't have massive
It's as good as
muscles,
done.
so have some. Adira, you got this person way over here.
Cover me.
Let's see if she can kill this person. Smack him around.
What? Be gone.
Boink. Does she have... It looks like she does. Yeah, she's got massive muscles on. Okay. Just make it
Anything else?
harder for them to hit her. He's stunned. Okay, Cabela. Cabela, can you jump from there?
Death comes in silence.
That would be cool if you could. You can't. Okay. Get behind cover then. Abelard, you gotta go one more to do this, apparently. It's a bummer. Where is the detonation thing? Where is it? Trap, disarm. What is going on? How come you can't get this thing?
Unexpected
It
result.
just, the icon didn't change. Okay. I was expecting this icon to change from this red kind of cross, but
I will do my duty.
that was nice.
Follow my lead.
Pascal, now you can run, buddy.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
He can't shoot anybody, but can he exploit someone? Nope, he can't see him, so no good. My darling,
Emperor, give me strength.
your voice is ambrosia. Let's see, force, are both you guys even? There we go, that's what we wanted. Unfortunately, I can't really do much here because this is gonna hit my own guy. So what I'm gonna do is this.
I am a navigator.
I'm gonna give it
not
to
a
Holt. He
servitor.
doesn't get any movement points out of this, but he can hit another person with
I won't
range.
stand for it.
Oh, he can't. He can't get close enough. Wait a minute. He can go like this then.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. On it.
Okay. That gets him far enough. He can't do any more with that.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
All right, now I can go. Okay. if I go down here and rush them, that's what I want to see. And now we can do the side swipe. There we go. Oh, and then we get our momentum. Make sure we don't miss the dagger. Nice. Dropped him. Okay. Private Camille Regis, your victory means nothing. Aurora will come for you, and even if she doesn't, no one will escape the final dawn. Updating data catalog. The characteristic tendency of the planetary defense forces of Rakad Minors to run into ambushes is not a consequence of chance or negligence. It can only be explained as some twisted variation of combat tactics. This phenomena is depressing. So you're a traitor. You led your convoy into an ambush, didn't you? No. Your entire convoy's gone. I took that whining pup Camille's uniform. 6 months with the governor's underlings taught me their ways. I had no trouble posing as one of them. I had to make sure you scum didn't decide to turn around and fly home instead of walking straight into the ambush. The young man's rasps and spits bloody foam. Don't let it go to your head that you took us down. My comrades are many, and they are coming for you. And if they are not, anyway, you'll see for yourself. Who's Aurora? What is the final dawn? A spark of madness flashes through the young man's eyes. Aurora is the hidden truth. No one is worthy of seeing her face. But those who are loyal to her will stand by her side at the hour of the final dawn that will consume all. They will, but not you. You are an enemy of Aurora, and so you will be vanquished. Death to heretics and traitors. I do not fear death at the hands of filthy dogs, mired in their own lies. Take my soul, Aurora. Yeah. We can't see it because of our camera angle, but anyway, they're dead, so that's good. No fresh wounds. We can just kind of
Is there money to be
collect all the junk and the goods and stuff. Goods there. Okay, we're gonna go this way. There's some goods over here too. So all of this stuff, as we saw last episode, can be packaged as cargo. It'll sit in your inventory, and then if you want, if you know there's something that you're not going to use, you can take it and change it so that it always gets added to the cargo zone. And then when you go to improve your reputation with the various factions, you'll be able to exchange those things in your cargo for reputation points. It's just a really cool system. I gotta give Alcat a lot of credit because, first of all, it's different than the standard system of just selling gold for crap, or selling crap for gold, and you end up with all this gold in your inventory and it doesn't even really make any sense sometimes. This makes sense. I love the whole profit factor thing. Okay, so we need to keep making our way this way. This blind mad woman over there. Numerous pumps, compressors, and other machines are thrumming away on the lower levels of this great bridge. The mobile charging stations chatter and crackle. Piercing sound is easily distinguishable even in the surrounding turmoil. There's losers up here, and then I think there's losers up here too.
We should deal with this.
We should deal with that for sure. Demolition.
I do what I must.
Oh, and everybody leveled. Sweet. Okay, let's do that. Off to the Excel spreadsheet. Rogue Trader. The last thing he took was defensive maneuver, so we're going to get... Oh, so this is automatic. You get Daring Breach, you're going to get 2 upgrades. So anytime you have a special ability for your particular archetype, in this case, Warrior, and then later on, we'll have a different archetype where we will take Executioner. So in this particular case, you get 2 of these. And the good ones that I like for Daring Breach are 2 and 3. Until the end of combat, the warrior gains +4 movement points for each kill and may use their movement points after attacking or using abilities. This is what allows the warrior to just clear the battlefield. And you'll hear and see that terminology in Reddit posts and other strategy posts where people talk about the way to set up your team is to basically have a couple of characters that can clear the battlefield that are going to do all the actual killing. And then everybody else is kind of like set up to buff them and bonus them and give them bonus moves. So my character is going to be one of these guys who clear. Abelard, he's also a warrior. So we're going to give him Daring Breach 2. That's just a really nice one to have. For Pascal, he gets Dismantling Attack. And Dismantling Attack 2 also cripples the enemy, reducing their weapon skill and ballistic skill by 30 until the end of combat. So it makes them less effective at hitting you, which is really nice. And then he gets a bonus here off of Dismantling Attack. So we're going to take Logic because his tech use is maxed out. And then with it, well, let's go with Cassia next because she's the person on the Excel spreadsheet who is right next to it. So Cassia, she gets Finest Hour, and I don't use this one very often. That's because an officer well, I do use this actually, I'm wrong. I use this one quite a bit. The officer grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP, and during the extra turn there is no attack limit. So this is why people say officers are OP, because they can basically grant your clearers, your clearing damage characters an extra turn, which is really awesome. So with Finest Hour for Cassia, what I like to do is take Finest Hour 1. The targets to Finest Hour gains additional bonuses. During their extra turn, the target deals 3 times the officer's fellowship bonus % damage, so they'll deal more damage. And then until the end of combat, the target gains the effects of her Voice of Command ability, which is they're going to increase their characteristics by a lot. So, and they get that until the end of combat, which is really awesome. So Finest Hour, number 1 for her. For Cabela, since she's a blade dancer, she gets Death Waltz, and we're going to take Death Waltz 2. Her Death Waltz is right here. The Blade Dancer uses Death from above against the target enemy without spending a charge, immediately making a melee attack against the enemy. The Blade Dancer then repeats this combination up to 4 times. It's actually 2 plus their agility bonus divided by 3. So as their agility goes up, they obviously get more attacks of this. It is impossible to use Death from above. The Blade Dancer only makes a melee attack against a randomly available target. But anyways, so she's going to use Death from above and then do multiple attacks on a target. And of course, so many of her abilities are tied to her doing multiple attacks. We've already seen that. Like her boots, she'll get more movement points and different things. So for Death Waltz, for her, we want to take 2. Death Waltz also grants the Blade Dancer 4 additional charges of Death from above, which is awesome. That's really what allows her to move around the battlefield and clear it. And until the end of combat, Death from above deals additional agility bonus damage, which is just fantastic. So great for her. And then the last person here, Adira Talas. She has Dismantling Attack, and we're also going to do... I actually do it different than Pascal. She takes Dismantling Attack 3. It also intimidates all enemies in a 5-cell radius around the target, reducing their dodge and armor by 15% until the end of combat. So I usually don't get a chance to use that from her. It's not something I usually do. I tend to save my special skills for her because she's got the officer one, and these 2 guys and her, the warriors and blade dancers, because they've got the skills that really allow them to clear. So
I am registering numerous losses among combat and civilian units. There is a high probability that these values would be lower under a more competent leadership.
Okay, we're going to move down here and we're going to do this fight
Numerous
down here.
losses among combat and civilian units. Do you mean dead people, Megos? People die in droves everywhere, every minute, under all kinds of leadership. If you try to count them all, you might fry the cogitator in your skull.
Alright, so there's some losers up here. We don't have great cover. We got this loser around the corner.
I will take you down.
So I think what we want to do is have Abelard over here so he can kind of block against this guy. I'm going to get my butt up here. Blade Dancer's going to get up here, but she can't get up all the way up there. So, guy with the long gun right there. Adira, you're gonna get full cover right here soon, or you might even move back, and then you can buff people from there. And then Cassia, go ahead and be here. We can move you out
Let's get to it.
because these guys are all gonna move up. Great.
Show me what you've got.
Takes a shot, misses. There's a dodge. There's Abelard protecting us from that guy, which is great. Cabela's up here, so now who's gonna go next? These two dorks? Okay. I can't get to them, can I?
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Can you jump over there? Yeah, you can
As
jump
on
over to
a
one
holiday,
guy.
killing
Okay, she
brings
kills
me
him.
no
That's great.
pleasure.
Because they were going to go next, so if I can kill them, that's what I wanted to do. She can't get to the next guy. She didn't get the 25% to get extra movement points, so we'll just leave her there
I'm here, maggot.
and hope he misses. Yep, there we go. We parried. That's great. So now you... Let's move you right here. And then maybe the smart thing to do here is this. We're going to try to get this guy out from behind cover, and this guy's going to want to move too.
If I may.
Okay, just that person. There was 2 cells away and 3 cells away, so it was only going to do the one. I couldn't get an even number of cells to pull that person behind, so that's all right. We're still going to be able to pull this off. Probably kill one of these, maybe
I'm not
2.
accustomed.
Okay, yeah, they're both gone. That person did not get stunned, but that's okay. I'm going to boost
Isn't
Cabela
this a
so
job
she has
for the
more
Sirs?
defense. Alright. So now, Holt von Valencius. Okay, come over here, buddy.
I'll see to it personally.
Run up
It's as good
here.
as done.
Nice. And go ahead and finish him off.
On it.
There we go. Adira. There's not much I can do with her. This other guy's way around the corner, so. She can hit me, though. That's good. Give me defense. Okay. Give Cabela some more strength. Abelard. What can you do?
Tried
buddy?
and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed.
Can you shoot this guy?
It will be done.
He missed. Alright. I kind of figured that would happen, but, you know.
Victory
Let's
is
give everybody
imminent.
some deflection here.
At your beck and call.
Everybody within a 5-cell radius of us. Pascal, there's not much you can do, dude.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Oh, this guy's still left over here. Oh, geez, I totally forgot about him. Okay,
Running binary override.
let's try to do some damage to him then.
Request approved.
Oh my god, he's just missing everything. Okay. He gets this Machine Spirit Banishment. It's really effective against machines. It reduces the damage dealt from the target's attacks by 15% for 1 round. Targets with the Reject the Flesh feature, which is most machines, suffer 25% shock damage. This is just going to reduce his damage by 15%. It's not a big deal.
Get to it.
That guy's going to move and shoot.
Let's
This
make
guy's
it
going to
quick.
flank and shoot, so he'll hit somebody here. Oh wow, 4 shots at Adira and he didn't hit her. That's a miracle. Cabela, go over here and show this guy we're going to hit him with
The
this.
shadows will see it.
3 hits in a row. Nice.
I shall not fail. Come, the other side awaits.
We like that. We can just leave her there.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Bring the Suzer Coaster,
Me?
please.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
There you go. Can we get a piece of him?
If
There
I
we go.
may.
Alright, nice. He's standing right next to him, so give him an extra partial turn. Stabby, stabby. There we go, that's great. And the Cassius turn is done, and he gets to go again.
Who if not?
Dagger, just to make sure we're hitting, so. Then this is really neat. So that you get to see this big crumbling area below, which leads to an area called the warehouse. And this is, we're going to get into why I love this design so much of this area. So you finish this fight and you can go down here, and it seems really logical that the best thing to do is go down here, and then you're going to find this entry point down here and you're going to go into the warehouse. The game is leading you in that direction. Makes total sense, but there's actually a much better way. If you take this entry point down here, this is actually the worst way to go into the warehouse, and it creates the hardest fight. There's actually 3 different ways to get into the warehouse, and we're going to find the easiest way to get in there. It gives us the best approach and the best ability to sneak up behind the enemies.
Operation successful.
Got that. Then this says, from your vantage point, it does not seem like this lavish mansion has been damaged by explosions, but you cannot enter. Something is blocking the entrance from the other side. There's this blind mad woman down here, but there's not a lot of sense in talking to her. My eyes. Blind mad woman aimlessly roam among the ruined streets. So we're gonna go back this way.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Some goods back here. This dead guy. But what we really want to do is go this way. And get up here in this direction. Blind madman. And then there's a big fight over here. So we're going to end this episode here because there's a big fight. We'll do that fight next, and then we'll keep working our way towards the warehouse. So everyone, thanks for watching yet another episode. This is Rycad Monoris. There's a lot of fights before we get to the penultimate event here and the boss fight, and then get out of chapter 1. So thanks for watching. As usual, you know the drill. Leave questions, comments down below, like the video, do everything we can to tweak the algorithm. I will see you all on the next one. And until then, happy gaming, everyone.